With folks in central Georgia still on the mend from Helene, many folks are wondering more about Milton's expected track and whether or not it could impact central Georgia. Meteorologist Ansley Parker's here to help with a closer look.
Thanks, Frank. Yeah, we are going to talk about this because it's a Category 5 storm, and there's a blip on our data there. That's why that screen is flashing on you there. But we used to have a Category 5 storm with wind speeds up to 180 miles per hour. Now, for some perspective, for a storm to be considered a Category 5 storm, it has to have wind speeds 157 miles per hour or greater. So this is a very strong storm. The good news is the National Hurricane Center continues to think that it will drop down to a Category 3 before making landfall on the west coast of the Florida Peninsula. But again, that is still a major hurricane as it does that. But the even better news is when we're talking about us here in central Georgia, you'll notice there on that cone, we're not outlined inside this cone, and we're really not expecting to see impacts from this storm either. And this is the reason. We have a cold front approaching. It's kind of stalled out over us here in central Georgia, but it's going to make its way through the rest of the state as we head throughout late Tuesday into Wednesday. And then after that, it's going to linger just south of us on Wednesday and Thursday when that storm would be pushing through here in central Georgia, and it's going to hold off the impacts from Hurricane Milton to us here in central Georgia. So the most we're really looking at is maybe some increased cloud cover and maybe at most a couple of stray showers. So not only is the cold front going to make our weather very pleasant here in central Georgia, it's also going to spare us from the impacts of Milton.
All right, Ansley, thanks for